Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody.
And Lynn, hope you're both doing well. I am getting there. Getting there. Hey, Cindy and Brian. Hello, Charlie. So we'll get some more people in here. I just became aware of someone that cannot. Hi, Sean. How are you? That cannot be at Keto Palooza due to a family health issue, family members' health issue. She has 2 tickets that she wants to sell and a room at the Gold House. And she had messaged me and said, and I'll repeat this later on as more people come in. I get her text message up here. She says, I can cancel the room, but if someone needs a hotel room, they could transfer their debit or credit card info for ours, the lady said. So that's interesting to know. But she has a room and everything. Susan and I are both here. Hello, ladies. Hello, Evelyn. Debbie, be careful driving. And hello, Jennifer Lucas. Good evening. So I was just saying, and I'll repeat it often because this girl has 2 tickets to Keto Palooza. She has alerted Autumn. And I guess Autumn told someone on Facebook, but it wouldn't let her. This girl reply to the lady. So, yeah. And she has a room. But hopefully she'll get that all taken care of. But I know a lot of you have seen Debbie's savings in a lot of the chats. Please keep her father in your prayers. He is not doing well. They're about to, he's in a nursing home and they're about to get hospice involved. So that's never really good thing. And she just sent me something. Okay. Yep. Just that Autumn mentioned her in a chat. So anyway, hello, Andy. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, that's for sure. Anyhow, our topic was the road to health. Now, I want to start this by saying thank you so much to everyone that has commented, that has reached out to see how I was doing. Last Wednesday, out of nowhere, I had such a really bad stiff neck. I have no idea what caused it, why it happened. We were just sitting around. We had been out a lot of the day, and then we were sitting around watching TV at night. And I just went to move my head, and it was horrendous. I could not hardly move it. The next day, I woke up 10 times worse and with a major headache. So I called my doctor because I don't like not feeling well or being in pain. So I went to the doctor, and she prescribed a muscle relaxer for me. It took 24 hours. A lot of you know this already, for Walgreens to fill that prescription, which is just unheard of. So I tried Excedrin to get rid of the headache. I've tried naproxen for inflammation. I tried so many things and nothing was helping. So I called the doctor back. I mean, I had a miserable weekend. I slept on the couch because I couldn't get comfortable in a bed. It hurt so bad. I'd walk around the house with my hand on the back of my head and one up here because I felt like my head was going to explode. And putting some pressure on those areas eased it a little bit. So I called the doctor again on Monday.
Yeah. Yep.
And I went to she after playing phone tag with the office, I finally scheduled a televisit, whatever. And she called me. She said, she said, how are you with steroids? I said, used to be able to take anything with no issues. That's something else we're going to talk about. And I said, as far as I know, I don't have any issues with them. She said, well, considering how your pharmacy is and getting things filled, if you can come in, I can give you a shot and it would work faster. I said, I'm okay with injections. I will be there. So I went, he stayed in a waiting area. So I went in and they asked me, she said, would you like an injection for pain? I said, yes, please. I'm like, at that point, I would have done anything. I was so miserable. By that night, the pain was gone. The stiffness was really controlled. It's still a little bit stiff. Still have a dull headache, but I haven't taken anything since then, except some of the naproxen this morning, and it seemed to help a little bit. But it's just crazy. So, yeah. So Brian and I were talking the other day about all this. Because before keto, I could take any kind of medication. Nothing ever bothered me. Well, having things happening and trying to get some medication for it, like a muscle relaxer in the past. I had a hairline fracture in my foot. And I took one of those pills, and within 4 hours, I was having heart palpitations for like 5 hours straight. In the past, that never would have bothered me. It never would have affected me like that. And I asked Brian the other day, and I want you to weigh in on this because I don't want to do all the talking here. But I asked him, I said, how is it that you can heal your body from high blood pressure and all this other stuff, and you think you're really healthy, and then something happens and you can't even take a medication without having the worst side effects? And it's just crazy. The one she gave me the other day, the first side effect was a headache. She didn't, I didn't really have the headache when I went there Thursday and she prescribed them. I just had a really stiff neck. The headaches came on pretty much after. So I don't know if it caused it or a pinched nerve in my neck, which is, I think, what it turned out to be, caused it.
Yeah, and I told her, I said, because she's eating better and eating right, we get all the garbage out of our bodies. I think the medications back then would just go in and nothing would happen. The body would accept it. But now that she's cleaned herself of all the garbage, the medications kind of, they have a different, I'm trying to
I
say.
think your body rejects them.
Your body rejects it because there's nothing in it to keep it going. It's doing its thing, but you don't feel right like you used to when you were eating all the foods we ate. Your body was really accustomed to anything and everything. And I think that's how they get you on drugs. It's just, you feel it, but you're not good. So you go back and get more, and you keep going back and get more.
Well, I asked them when they wanted to give me the injection for pain medicine, I said, as long as it's not going to make me loopy, because I don't want anything like that. She said, oh, no. But I thanked God it got rid of the pain, because I was just absolutely miserable.
Yeah, I mean, she spent till last night sleeping on the couch, and she went to bed last night, and she thinks it might be the pill that's bothering her, but she's comfortable. The pillow. She thinks she was more comfortable on the couch. I was like, whatever, just get yourself healed.
Yeah, it was bad. Hello, Naomi. Jennifer Lucas, I feel naked. I messed up and lost my emoji over my keyboard. Oddly, the directions for adding them over keyboard didn't work. Uh-oh. Evelyn saying hi to everybody. And then saying hi to Evelyn. Jevelyn. Evelyn. This thing just jumped on me.
Has mind of its
Oh,
own.
there, yeah, it does. The mouse says, everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. So what are your all's thoughts? That's what I wanted to say. Have any of you had been prescribed any kind of medicine because you weren't feeling well or there was something needed and it just didn't work? Because, for whatever reason. Hit that like button. Thank you, Evelyn. Sean said, I've been going to a physical therapist. He's been doing dry needling on my hip. Ow. That's a little sore, but the pain in my hip and my knees has gotten much better. That's awesome. Look who's in the house. Chris cooking Nashville. Hello, hello. And everybody's going to say hi to Chris. So I'm taking steroids. I'll eat everything in sight, even with the steroid eye drops. That's the thing with the injection. I don't know if it's different, but that never bothered me like that. I was just glad they worked, and they worked faster than having to take the pills. Thank goodness. Hey there. Hello, Chris. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Rick. Twin Brook Acres. Glad you're working on feeling better. I am working hard at feeling better, Chris, for sure. Because I was miserable. Dog.
I don't know his problem is he's got food and water.
I could blame it on keto chow because I was in the middle of 7 days of keto chow when it happened, but I don't think that did it. I think since I've gotten all the poisons out of my body, I'm more sensitive to medications. That's kind of what we were saying. It's like it's maybe our body's way of rejecting the stuff that really aren't the things that we should be ingesting on a daily basis. I have to go through 3 to 5 meds before I can find one that doesn't drown me in side effects. Yeah. And I never used to be that way. I could take, like I said, I could take anything and it never fazed me. When I had my knees replaced, there's some pain there. I ain't gonna lie, that's some painful stuff. And the pain medicine, I would take it when I was going to physical therapy because they tell you to, because physical therapy after a knee replacement is grueling. And then I would only take it at night so I could get some proper sleep. But other than that, they're like, you're not taking your medicine? I said, no, only when I have to. But it never fazed me. I mean, it let me sleep. It let me get through PT, but that was about it. Pain in my hip went away. I never took any meds for it, just stopped eating junk. Massage and icy hot. Oh, honey, I have used all of that. Heat, ice, everything. Ew. No. She says, today is day 8 of a sardine fast. No. More power to you. After you got hit. You got hit and hurt. Chaotic Carnivore, hello, welcome. Hello, Lisa. Glad you're here. Problem with anti-inflammatory medicines is that your diet is already anti-inflammatory. You would think so. But then when we come up with these pains and these aches, it's like, why? It's like I just have to question it. It's like, why? Lately I've been hearing a lot of things from a lot of people, not feeling well, getting sick, just having things going on that never had gone on before. And they've been keto for a lot longer than I have.
I think you can eat fine and be well, but you're still a human. If you move the wrong way, you do something wrong, you're gonna get hurt.
I didn't do anything.
You don't know that. You said you might have, lifting that thing in the garage that day Could have been it. You don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hard
We had
to
gone
say.
to, we had found some online yard sales that last Wednesday, and that's what we did. We went to those. So we kind of talked about it last Wednesday night. And there was this thing he was pulling, or she was handing to Brian on this little bitty ladder out of their attic that we bought. And he handed it to me. And I don't know if I handled it wrong. It was all wood. It was probably a good 3 feet tall, 3.5, 4 feet.
Yeah, about 3.
It had some weight to it, but I
Yeah.
had a pretty decent grip on it. It was just awkward. So I don't know if I pulled something in or what. Like today for the first time in over a minute, and I'm sore as a result. I bet. But there's a reason for that. I'm asking myself the same questions as I'm suffering through sciatica. You just unplugged it. Yes, I know it's sedimentary. Shame on me. Max just unplugged the laptop. Thank God it has a charge. When I get got up by cardiologist, I quit my long-acting nitro because of the migraines and increased hunger. Now, my cardiologist gave me metropolol, 25 milligrams, and to take half of one. And I'm like, that's the lowest dose they can go. And he only prescribed half at a time. So I've been taking it. I mean, I didn't for a couple of days because I thought, well, if this is causing this, but it's not one of the side effects of this medicine, the headaches weren't. So I was trying everything to figure out what was causing it. The tiniest of overstretch can do it. Hello, Karen. Hi, Lisa and James. Cindy, I think you got too wild at your live last Wednesday. You know how we get in here. Glad you're doing better. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. Lisa saying hello.
I mean, you know it's bad when she doesn't go bowling.
Oh, yeah, and it wasn't just one night. I didn't go Thursday. I didn't go Friday. I didn't go last night. Starting to feel better. Still have a little bit of a headache. We also have a craft fair. If it doesn't get canceled on Saturday, we're trying to get ready for. So he's been making coasters, and I've been making earrings, and we got all his pens together and priced, and yeah. It would be fun of a live stream without a dog unplugging something or knocking it over or stealing the show somehow. You are so right. He's right here, and the cord for the laptop is off of the floor. And he's so little, he could go under it. But he just walked right into it. But he also doesn't see too good.
And he's starting to whine, and I don't know why. He's got food, he's got water, and he went out and did his thing. He took him for a walk. I don't know.
Yeah, Brian took it for a walk and got caught in the rain.
Yep. 3/4 of the way around, started coming down. I'm like, oh, too late. Took a shower.
I've been going to a PT. My body gets so used to moving the wrong way that it hurt moving the correct way. Been stretching and working proper movement. Yes. I don't know. I'm glad it's gotten better. But the road to health by eating properly really needs to step up and be the road to health all the way around. That'd be great. I put carb spin. Well, tomorrow it's off to get a cortisone shot. I've had my share of those. I used to get them in my feet. That hurts. I had heel spurs in both of my feet back in the 90s, and I was in my 20s. But I worked on my feet all the time on concrete floors. Those were some painful shots.
No, thanks.
He doesn't.
I pass.
This man.
No needles.
Now, all of you know he's type 1 diabetic. He's on an insulin pump now. But before that, he had to do 3, 4, 5 shots a day. As long as he has control of the needle, he's fine. Somebody else get that needle in their hand and point it at him, he will be flat out on the floor, passed out.
Down and out.
I'm telling you. I had to threaten him. We were going to go, we were still in New Hampshire. We were going to take a trip out here to visit my family because my sisters and that. And I told him, I said, you are not going if you don't get these COVID shots. I said, you're not going to travel, especially being diabetic. And, that's why, he don't need anything else. So subconscious defensive mechanism. Yeah. He's just a baby, James. So anyway, we went to Walgreens up in New Hampshire, and they have a very small room that has like 2 chairs. Now, if he goes for blood work, he has to lay down. If he gets a shot, which is very rare, he has to lay down. They had no place for him to lay down. He is half sitting, half laying on this chair. They give him his shot, his vaccine. He is on the floor, laying there for 5 minutes. There are people right outside the door waiting to get their vaccines.
They can wait.
And this ding dong is laying on the floor in a back room of a Walgreens. And I'm like, oh my word.
I told you I didn't like them.
But you know.
I'm not the only one who has that issue. You've been told that too.
Yeah. But still, it's crazy. Versus Brian knows what he wants in his needle handling. He doesn't need anyone else messing it up for him. I'll tell you what, when we first got together, this is funny. He had his stuff out and he's getting ready to do an injection of insulin. And I picked up the needle and he turned as white as a ghost. He said, put it down. I didn't even have to point it at him. All I did was pick it up. And he was like, put it down. And just white. Just, I'm like, this dude is going to fall right out. Yay. Hello, Brenda Foley. Saying hi to Brenda. She threw him under the bus. Yes, I did. Any chance I get.
I'm used to it. I got tire marks on my back a lot.
No, you don't. You're such a fibber. Such a fibber. Craziness. So that's been our week since last Wednesday. It's just me getting to where I can maneuver without being in pain. Brenda's laughing. Yes, he's a lightweight. But he's a great guy too. So there's that. Jennifer Lucas. Brian, have you tried 90 days of carnivore? If so, did you have better insulin control?
No, I've been eating, I'm eating the eggs and everything else, but my sugars are actually good. There's one time frame during the day, and it's now that they go up. And I thought I had it in control today. Yesterday was really good. Now I'm up over 200 for some reason without anything going wrong. So I don't know. I have to put another message into the doctor and get a look at these numbers in the afternoon because everything else is good.
Well, you had asked Dr. Barry at KPL last year.
Yeah, but that was the whole day. This is just one.
I know, but still, he says being a type 1 diabetic, you're going to have those spikes for absolutely no reason. Yeah. It's just going to happen. That's the unfortunate thing of being type 1. Poor Mr. Guinea Pig. Can't wait to see you all. Do you feel that just eating healthier is enough, or do you feel that diet is only part of the equation and that you need to exercise as well?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm not one to sit down. You can ask around. I mean, today I got out, took him for a walk, but I'd already cut the lawn and everything else and weed whacked it. So I'm not one to sit around much. If I do, it's once in a great while, but I have my days where I just don't feel like doing anything, and the heck with it. I just sit back and say, I'm not doing it. Not today. Right now, I've been busy this week because I'm trying to get the laser files running and get some coasters made. Matter of fact, we had an issue the last day because I ordered some stuff on Etsy and I couldn't get it on a new laptop, so I can switch it over to the laser machine to do it instead of my old one. And I got 2 accounts on Etsy and I put in the wrong one. I found them today. I'm like, dummy. I'm not a computer person.
Let me tell you, he was running around his house. He has an older laptop in the garage by his laser printer.
And it's slow.
He has a new laptop at the dining room table, like right adjacent to where we're sitting right now.
And it's a lot faster.
He has a desktop in the other room where I do the live streams on Fridays. He was going like a madman, one computer to the next, and back and forth and back. He said, all right, I need your help. This was yesterday. So he ordered these patterns for the coasters. They show up in his Gmail email, and he couldn't download them. They're digital patterns. So I asked him, I said, did you use your MSN email, which is one he's had forever, when you ordered them, or did you use your Gmail? Because it kept reverting him back to Etsy. Well, Etsy wasn't showing the purchases. Like, you gotta keep it even keel. You gotta, whatever your email you're using, you gotta, for certain things you can use the other one for other things.
I'm not a computer person. It just doesn't.
But yet you're trying to do stuff on the laser printer that involves the computer.
Well, I'm figuring it out the hard way, but I'm getting it done. At least I'm trying. Not, at least I'm trying.
You're doing good. Made the butter bites last night with chocolate peanut butter. They are delicious. They are. Did you use unsalted butter, Andy? He sounds like me. Too many computers and files with different usernames. Yep. I get you. PC hates Brenda too. Well, I created a separate Gmail for YouTube. And there's certain things that I have to stick with my other Gmail account for the email. And it can be really stupid. But
it's like we went out yard sailing and we had bought some stuff that added up to more cash than we had. She's like, well, I got Venmo. And I'm like, that's over my head. Matter of fact, the older gentleman that was sitting in the garage that was selling to us said, hold on, I'll get my son. He does that. He says, that's not for me. I'm like, I'm with you. I understand. Not ours. He started laughing. It's not our gig.
Craziness. Well, we have a YouTube channel and don't know how to use the computer. That's not good, Miss Karen. Unsalted because you said to. I listen and follow directions. Yay! Salted would make it way salty, man. I need to try and make the keto chow butter bites. Honey, melt two sticks of unsalted butter and throw a packet of keto chow in there. Put them into molds and refrigerate it. That's it. I can't even keep track of all the emails, accounts, pages. That's because you have too many. And you, Chris says, I can't even keep track of all the emails, accounts, pages, social media accounts, channels, and everything else anymore.
You're going to have to hire somebody to do it for you.
That's right. You're going to have to hire some help. I have unsalted Amish butter and have set aside salted caramel to make them. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
By the way, Chris, what's for dinner? We're coming down.
Yes, Lisa, 2 sticks. We are November. We are.
I'm talking tonight.
By the time we get there, they'd be in bed.
You can leave it in the microwave outside.
You're so crazy. Yes, 2 sticks. It's actually, I gave Sean and his wife, Shell, total thanks for letting me know about these butter bites, keto chow butter bites. And here, 2 crazy ketos did this back in 2023, I believe. I never saw it. So, Sean, you brought it to my attention, so you get credit because it was good. I made chocolate. I've only eaten one of them so far. They're in the refrigerator. But yeah, they are good. Brian still has a bunch of hockey pucks from Keto Brick that in the refrigerator that I melted down a long, long time ago. Salted keto chow a couple years ago. Oops, didn't think about all the salt. I bet you did. You're not going to waste anything. You'll be there in time for middle of the night leftovers. Hey, we're good with leftovers, Chris. Any time of the day or night. How hard it is to mix? What do you use to stir? A spoon, a mixer, whatever you want to stir it with. You can't be any simpler. Ah, yes, just melt the butter down first. Oh, yes, tonight is sous vide New York strip steaks and shrimp. If you can get here before it's all gone,
I'm on my way.
You can make a plate. He's going to be walking, so he'll see you sometime next week.
I'm not going to be walking.
After Ash Wednesdays, though. Ash's Live is tonight. Hello, silver hair stacker. Todd, I believe, is your name. Meant to say salted butter. Yeah. They're really good. And yes, that does sound amazing, Chris, Lisa says. But everything he makes is amazing. It's just, oh. Chris, you want to tell him what we're going to be doing? I'll let you do that. I'll even share the screen. You can pop in here if you want. Salted Todd. Hello, silver hair stacker. He does reselling. That's where I found him and this guy, Tom, Queen City Picker, I believe. Yeah. I'm so excited for dinner already, and I've got a few hours to go. Woo, I'll bet. The man can cook. We love sous vide cowboy ribeye, that and searing it on a charcoal grill. And he's saying hi to Evelyn. So, Chris, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna invite, copy. There you go, Chris. If you want to pop in, yes, we're doing a collab video. Cindy is cooking a recipe. I'm cooking a recipe, and we're doing an interview. Surf and turf and some CCN sides too. Gonna be a blast. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy fun. I'm gonna be a nervous wreck. He wants to be my sous chef. If that ain't a joke. That's like, what?
That's like asking Max to help.
I know, right? I'll be like, what? No, me being his sous chef would be like asking Max to help. And Max is invited to go with us. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So, yeah, it's just crazy in this house. Look who's here. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. I filmed a video with my mother-in-law who was in town as my taste tester today, and Ash is getting ready to take her out to go to church with my one brother-in-law, and then Ash and I are going to be doing Ash Wednesdays, and then it's going to be dinner time, and then we have the wedding stuff going on for the next 2 days, and I'm baking 300 desserts tomorrow.
Yeah, you certainly are. You are going to be one. And I know you don't want to record those desserts because they could trigger people.
No, there would be a few people that would be very upset about that. I won't be partaking of the desserts, but when other people ask you to do it as a thing, that's a nice thing that I can do. So
yes, it is, and and you're such a good cook anyway.
Well, I mean, you don't get to be the size that I was without knowing how to cook. So I just have to make sure that it's all keto and carnivore stuff now.
I got to almost 300 pounds, and I just follow recipes. I don't create them.
Well, that's all right. That's just
so it's like, That's the one thing I said when I first started my channel. I put a little about me. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I said, I'm not a recipe creator, but I can sure follow a recipe most of the
Well,
time,
sometimes it's all you have to be able to do.
except when it comes to somebody's tortilla recipe.
Well, I'll tell you what
screw
we
that.
should do while you're here and we're doing the collaboration video that we're going to do. I'll have to whip out the stuff for the tortillas and we'll have to do those together once just so you can do it.
He's gonna make me be embarrassed. You'll do fine. I've seen your creation. Again, Karen, your recipes for your bread, Chris's recipes for good Lord. That'll you be fun. 2 for the price of 1, double trouble. That'll be it.
That's
Double
right.
trouble.
Yeah. Hopefully the neighborhood watch doesn't come around and tell us to keep it down in here.
I have yet to meet a keto person that can't cook in some form or fashion. Oh, wow. It's going to be so 300. Dang.
Yeah. It's going to be a busy morning tomorrow.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Nice flash shirt, Chris.
Hey, thank you kindly. It used to be really tight on me and now it's got a bunch of extra room. So
Chaotic carnivore. Yes, tortillas. Chris, you and Ash are the best. I totally agree.
yeah, we just love all you guys. We think y'all are the best.
House party. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what time you guys want us down there because I know it's going to take a while to get there.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the distance for you guys to come on down, and we'll figure out whenever you want to come down. We're flexible, so we'll make it work.
Well, we're bringing Max.
That's right. That's right. It's gonna be just a big old party.
That's right.
Good stuff.
But yes. So you've been doing sous vide a lot. I don't have one. I've never used one. I wouldn't even know what the heck I was doing.
It's
But
it's fun.
everything looks
really
so
unique.
good.
Yeah, so the video that I did, the live stream that I just did last night, I was using the sous vide to do those chicken cordon bleu roulades that I did.
Yeah, I was watching it today.
Yeah, one of the things that's so fun about sous vide is you can control the temperature, to the exact degree, and you can hold food at a certain temperature. So it doesn't cook anymore because cooking more is a matter of, higher or lower temperature. But keeping it at the same temperature, but for a longer period of time, breaks down collagen and tenderizes and does different kinds of things. Or in the case of chicken, it creates pasteurization at a lower temperature by holding it there for a longer period of time. So I can cook chicken breast at 147 degrees and I get a much more tender, juicy chicken breast, but it's pasteurized and food safe. And it takes away that dry, stringy thing you get from chicken breast. And there's certain things I like chicken breast for better than chicken thigh, although the fatty thigh is usually my preference. But sometimes the chicken breast for texture and for using it is really nice. And that way I can also buy whole chicken and then I have something to do with the breast meat. So sous vide's a lot of fun for things like that.
Oh, and watching you take apart a whole chicken, it's like, what is this man doing?
It's pretty wild. So
Yeah. Chaotic carnivore heading off to cook dinner. Wonderful to see everyone. I'll see you later. Have a great night.
Absolutely.
Oh, Max.
Yep. Max is making the cameo, stealing the show from everybody. That's what they do.
He sits over here on Wednesdays and he'll go and just wait for us to pick him up.
Yep. For a treat. Full early. He's off.
Sous vide is a life changer. I love the fact that I can put it in a roast at 5 in the morning and all I have to do is sear it when I get home. It's done and ready to eat in 15 minutes.
Yep, that's right. That's what Ash and I used to do when I worked an opposite schedule of her. We used it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I have a ribeye for dinner tonight. It's going in the air fryer. I love air fried steaks. I'm telling you. So easy.
That's right.
And then I have a chuck roast out to cook tomorrow.
Nice.
And however I decide to do it, that's the way.
There you go. Yeah, chuck roasts are another good one in the sous vide. You can put them in the sous vide for 48 hours, and it tenderizes them. But you cook it at a much lower temperature, and then you slice it like cheap prime rib. It's fantastic.
He's like,
I see
gonna
the
be
look on Brian's
salivating over here.
I see the look on Brian's face. He's like,
Food, squeak, squeak, food. Guinea pig is hungry, squeak, squeak.
that's
I
right.
haven't sous vide in a long time. I have never had.
Oh, that's funny. We'll have to, maybe we'll incorporate a little bit of a sous vide something while you guys are here, and as part of
What
our
are we
dinner.
coming for a week?
Now, you guys don't think you're going to come to Chris Cook in Nashville's kitchen and leave in any way hungry, do you? I mean, you got to go out. You got to be taken out in a wheelbarrow when you come to our house.
Well, let me tell you, I can't eat a lot at one sitting typically because, I had bypass surgery in 2007. Today we went, sorry, Debbie, we went to Sonny's today, Sonny's barbecue.
Uh-huh.
And I got a half a pound of smoked turkey and a half a pound of pulled pork. I brought probably half of the pulled pork home.
Mm-hmm.
I ate most of the smoked turkey. Their smoked turkey is the best.
Yeah.
It is so good.
That sounds good.
Andy, we've just had a pork festival up here, so we have lots of pork. Plus, we're buying quarter cow. The meat will be plentiful for the winter.
That's the way to do it.
I know where to come. Jeff Rose is another favorite. Yes.
Yeah.
Our freezers are full, and I'm trying to eat out of the freezer. But when you see a deal on meat, how do you pass that up?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why
If
mine's
your
always stacked.
freezer's full, you just got. I think he's out there in the freezer, moving stuff around, finagling it in there.
Yeah, until they come up with a brisket that's huge on and they can't fit
Oh,
it
yeah.
anywhere.
When we bought one, when we had brisket for a few days while I was doing the egg fast, he was eating a lot of brisket.
Mm.
Joy.
But I still have a big piece that I cut off of it, the thickest part
Sure.
in the freezer that hasn't been smoked or anything.
There you go.
When we get a good day, that's coming out and that's going in the smoker.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Well, the other piece, the big slab part of it, I cooked in the oven.
Mm.
I just put salt on it. And
Oh, yeah, but that was raining
cover
that
it
whole
up.
week.
Yeah,
Too. It was impossible to get
course.
outside.
Mm.
but yeah.
It's good stuff. I'm gonna have to do a brisket recipe soon. I've had a bunch of people asking me for one, so I have to work on it.
My sister, Sen, you have greatly improved your metabolic health, of which I am so proud. Muscle and joint pain, aches and pains are going to happen. When we move more or differently, we will get aches and pains. Yeah, but I'm about sick of being poor. I haven't put Sunnies in forever. The Sunnies in Somerset,
Mm-hmm.
always awesome. And that's why we have Sam's in Costco. And then Debbie, because your body's more efficient, medicines will act differently. Our bodies are smart, will heal themselves in time. I ain't got that much time, man. He lose us coming. Need to invent a freezer compactor.
There you
I'll
go.
tell you, I mean, we have a food thing that, whatever, the food saver thing in Bobber to try to get it as compact as I can.
Mm-hmm.
An ideas for Brian in your messenger. Oh, wow. Let's see. Oh, dang. You mind if I show the pictures on here, Jennifer? Holy cow. He does some great work. I'm waiting for Jennifer. Isn't that pretty? Cool. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I was looking at what she sent. Okay.
Jennifer's in here stirring everything up for everybody.
Yeah. Look at this. Can y'all see that?
It's awesome.
I know. I guess that's her son. What is that thing he's standing in front of?
piece of wood.
Well, no kidding. Bird feeder. That's
That's
cool.
great.
That's really neat.
That's one expensive piece of wood.
Yeah, she said my son makes huge raw edge furniture. Candle holder front is the bark edge, but out of the frame. The last pick is made up by my brother. Just some woodcraft ideas for Brian. Well, thank you. I tell you, this man, he doesn't have enough going on. That was a table. It wasn't just a piece of wood. That was a table he was working on. That was cool. Thank you. That was neat. We could show you some of the stuff he's worked on. We've got it all packed and ready for this craft fair that hopefully happens.
Yeah.
But he's got pens and bottle toppers that have a corkscrew in it, where he turned the handle part on the lathe and just to slide it off. He's pretty handy to have around.
Busy and talented man there, Brian.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I've actually done a lot. I had to stop a lot of things so I can get some stuff done on this. I mean, I make plastic models and not great at it, but I have fun doing it. I'm painting that garden thing. I'm almost done. I'm making the pens. I'm working on the laser. It's just, too much, way too much. I have to put it all aside and say one at a time. I mean, I even know how to cross stitch, so I've done that before.
There you
go. Well, my previous wife, she's deceased. There was a point I wanted a Looney Tunes cross stitch. And she looked at me, she says, I ain't got time for this. She says, you want to do it? You're going to have to do it yourself. I looked at her and went, all right, teach me. 10 minutes later, I was on my own. I was doing it. I was like, oh, this is fun. I had nothing better to do.
I don't know if you'll be able to make this out. This is what I've been working on. Those are earrings for the craft fair.
Those are great. Look at you guys being all crafty.
Oh, yeah. We take on a lot.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
Got to stay busy.
Yeah.
I didn't do much the past weekend because, I couldn't move without my head hurting. So that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No. And it was weird because the doctor's like, does the light bother you? Nope. Just moving bothered me. My son-in-law is amazing at cross stitch. The backs are as pretty as the front. Now, see, that's something I could never do.
I'm not that good.
Yes, Karen, your earring. I want a pair of Cindy DeMantis earrings. $10. No, a lot of those, those all I just did probably within an hour. We had gone to Hobby Lobby today. Debbie, they got 50% off sale. Put all that talent up on the screen, all three of you. So glad you're better. So am I. Thank you so much, Brenda. Shell used to do cross stitch. She also knits, crochets, makes earrings. She hasn't done any of that in a while because of working. Working does get in the way.
It does. It does. Those job things take all sorts of time away from all the stuff that you really want to do.
And they're so completely overrated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of the best things about getting out of my day job and getting to do the things I do now is I feel like I'm not doing one of those overrated work for somebody else things that I hate.
Right. And you're doing what you enjoy.
Yeah.
That it makes all the difference. And you're so good at what you do.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I work more hours, but I'm a lot happier doing it. So
can you bring some to KPL? Pinks, reds, or blues?
Yeah,
I have some red, white, and blue earrings. They're all different shapes. There's flip-flops, there's stars, there's hearts, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we watched a guy that is a reseller, and he quit his full-time job and went to do that all at home because he likes it so much. But he does other things too, and he's got a lot of channels on his own. So he's happy with what he's doing. That's the thing. Just be happy.
Yep.
You don't like what you're doing, try to find something better for yourself.
That's right.
Jennifer Lucas would like to know, will Ash be at Meat Stock?
Yes, yes. Ash will be with me. I don't really know what all she and I will be doing, but we'll definitely be. I know I'll be presenting and doing some cooking demonstration stuff and talking about some things, and then I'm supposed to apparently be in the band that is being created, where Bella from Steak and Butter Gal and myself, and I think there's a couple of other people. I'd have to go back and check the message, but they've got it all put together. They're going to throw us all together into a band. I guess we're going to play some music. So I don't know. I don't know if Ash will get roped into that or not, or if she's just going along to sit there and look pretty. But either way, she'll be there with me.
If they don't put her in it, they're crazy. The girl is amazing.
Yo, she's so talented.
Working definitely gets in my way, Deb says.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Free at last. Sean, jobs have been known to suck the life out of you. I can't really complain, though. I get paid to doodle on a computer all day. There you go.
Nice.
Doodle away.
I don't know if you find the right job. I
Really
mean,
joining. Hi, Sherry.
I love what I did for a living. I'm wanted to do it and I did it. So
There you go.
that's all that counts. They say if you go to work and you not feel like you're working, you've hit it. You've hit it.
It's a good day. It's a good day.
Music to my ears. Yes. You know, he used to tell his parents, I want to be a mailman when I grow up. That's what he did for 30 years.
There you go.
Yep. Love every minute of it.
That's great.
Never traded it. And it's a high job, don't get me wrong, but
Sure.
when I went in, I was just happy to be there and did what I had to do.
Oh my goodness. His customers loved him.
That's great.
Now, you know, people give their mail carriers Christmas gifts. Mail carriers are not supposed to accept them. However, when you're given something, you don't just throw it back and say, I can't.
Yeah.
He would come home, gift cards out, like crazy, cash, boxes of freaking candy because they didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this one elderly lady on his route, $100 bill every Christmas.
Wow.
She appreciated him so much because this man would go out of his way for all of his customers.
Mm-hmm.
This was an older neighborhood that was in the town I lived in, and the guy before me was just horrible. And they were working on the sewer lines and replacing them all down the streets, and it was all mud and all everything. And I knew 3/4 of the people there were elderly, and instead of them having to come out, find all that garbage and get through the mud, I walked the route. I basically walked in my route and get the mail to their doors and their mailboxes and packages on the porches. And even the guy that was running the company that was replacing the sewers, he stopped me one day. He says, I gotta tell you, he says, since you've been here, he says, you don't know how much you mean to me. He says, they aren't complaining to me about not getting the mail. He says, I don't have to listen to it. He says, you're just outstanding. I'm like, it's what I could do. It's what I get paid to do. Yeah. Although my bosses probably didn't want me doing it, but it was me. I couldn't do it.
Sure.
This was just the right thing, and that's how I was. And
yeah,
that was my last route. The route before that, I had been doing it for a long time. And when I left, all the people were ticked. They called the office and were complaining. They literally started a petition to get me back.
That's so funny.
I don't want it. I don't want to work 6 days a week. I want to work to 5, and I got a raise. I'm like, why would I want to be here? I'm sorry, I don't want to do 5 days of the condos every day anymore. I'm done. I'm like, this is it. I need to move on and make more money. It's like they finally give up. But yeah, they were highly upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I know why. Then I spoiled them.
I mean, people would give him their garage codes, and he had this all stored in here.
Sure.
His boss would call him 2 weeks after a package had been delivered, and he could tell him exactly where he left it, what time of day, everything. And that was before they started scanning everything.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, that's what memory is on that job. It's all memory.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Yeah, our mailman here, I'm about to shoot him if he walks across our yard again. It's a drive. Brian, it's the same way here. It's a driving route. But when you got to get out of the car, there are sidewalks and there are walkways to get to the house. And inevitably, he will walk right across our yard. It's like, you lazy, no good, son of a gun. But his driving route, when he was talking about just now, when they were doing the work on the route, he would walk that route so people would get their mail. He would park up and walk it. And the carriers that have driving routes, they are not going to do that.
No.
They just don't. They don't have, I don't know, the kindness that this man has.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was just felt bad for them. I mean, it's not their fault. It's me. I'm looking at it differently than most people, and it's a good thing. But
Yeah.
That's all I did is I tried.
Hello, Kay. Sean said, when I was a kid, my dad built a TV from scratch using schematics from debris. He let me help him solder some components. I was hooked. I wanted to work on electronics ever since. You don't want him to. I'm not the least bit surprised Brian was the best mailman ever. Yeah. No, me neither. But I tell you, he's not always the safest person.
Not all upstairs.
When we first got together, I moved in with him. He had a very small 974 square foot home. Had 2 stories and a basement, and the basement wasn't included in the square footage. One day, he needed to fix an outlet, and he couldn't remember what breaker it was on. And we're up in the bedroom. The breaker box is in the basement. He goes up with a screwdriver and sticks it in the outlet.
Pop, it worked.
I'm like, are you an idiot?
I found it.
Scared the holy out of me. And I mean, sparks are just like, I'm like, this man's trying to kill me. That's all. That was it. It was like, you are out of your ever-loving mind. And then we went from fuses to a circuit breaker box. I remember when we upgraded that. And he asked the guy that was installing the box, how do you add circuits there? Now, he doesn't have any electrician's license. He does not. And he said, if you don't touch this and you don't touch this, you're fine. He added circuits to that box left and right. And I'm like, you're trying to burn our house down. But it's still standing. The guy that bought it loves it.
There you go. Just jerry rig it all together. If you got to, that's what you got to do.
Show me where the negative went. Show me where the positive went and where the ground went. And I'm like, thank you very much. I'm good. It worked fine.
I'll tell you, he can do a lot. He can definitely do a lot.
I mean,
we had
a pool in the backyard. I put that circuit in, put the stuff on the ground, and came up with a pole next to the pool for the pump. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. As long as it's ground, everything works fine. Had to have a GFI outlet, and it worked fine.
There you go.
Jennifer, you want some fresh, beautiful snow? Go up to New England. You'll have footage of it.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful, and it sparkles like diamonds when the sun shines on it. Nothing like the love of a soldering iron. The handle was insulated. He's fine. You don't know that. It could have been a plastic handle.
The handle was not insulated. It was plastic.
See? I'm telling you, the man is whacked.
I still got it. It's in the garage. It came with me.
Okay, right. I've done that with a knitting needle. Oh, my goodness.
You got to do what you got to do.
Heard y'all about their ghost. No, I have not heard if they've had any ghostly things in that house since we left. And we stop and see them every time. This is the house that we just moved from.
And we've also been told in a house blessing too after they bought it. So
yeah, that one time that we talked about it on here. I don't know if people got freaked out or what, but that was funny. I know there's a lot of people who don't believe in stuff like that, but
they're real. Trust me, they're real.
It's wild.
We've been there, done that. Didn't buy the t-shirt though.
I would have been really skeptical had I not lived through it for a few years. It's weird. It's weird. when you're sitting there and a stereo that is in a room where no one is just kicks on and goes back off.
Mm-hmm.
It could be because he's been playing with the electricity in the house.
No, the best one was 2
No.
o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. She went up to the bathroom, went downstairs. There's a playhouse in the backyard that my wife and I built for our daughter. And 2 o'clock in the morning, she looked out the window and there's a white figure standing next to it. She didn't know whether to leave or run away at that point. She was ready to get out.
I was like, what the
She
hell
had,
am I getting
I'm
myself?
done.
Like, what am I getting myself into? You know,
Crazy.
it was definitely craziness.
Mm-mm-mm.
Doesn't it smell of solder melting? They're required to disclose a ghost when selling a house. I don't know.
Now we kept them out shut.
I'm gonna tell you, I'd like to see if our house that we grew up in is haunted. Because our dad died in the backyard virtually. I mean, they barely had a pulse. Paramedics were working on him and stuff. Our uncle died in the bathroom on the second floor. Our mom died in the bathroom on the first floor of that house.
Mm.
It's like, I always want to stop. And I'd be like, do you have any goings on in this? I'd probably spook the crap out of them and they would leave. Because that stuff is supposed to be disclosed if somebody dies in the house.
Right.
But nobody actually died in this house that I know of. Well, when you bought it, that was back in the 90s.
She passed away at the hospital.
His previous wife was pretty much lifeless. She was dying of cancer, and she had a room. And it's so crazy. They had her hospital bed in this back room that when I moved in, all my boxes went back there.
Mm.
Prior to me moving in, Brian and his daughter went on vacation, and his sister was coming over to feed the cats, the one cat. And that's where the food was and everything. She went to open that door one time and it would not open till she knocked and said, "Can I come in?" And it was not locked. It's weird. And she asked me one day, she said, "Were you able to get in the room?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she told me about that. And I'm like, "Oh, dang."
Wow.
My daughter has a light fixture that doesn't work. But if you talk about my mother-in-law, the light blinks.
Wild.
Interesting. I tell you, weird things happen. And it's like, it's hard until you live through stuff. It's hard to comprehend it. You know, it's like, but yeah.
Crazy.
Howdy, all driving home after 12 hours at work. Be careful, Arden.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of work, I should probably go ahead and go set up for Ash Wednesdays, because if I don't get the live stream all set up, my wife will come home from dropping off my mother-in-law and kick my butt.
She probably will too. And you'll be like, what have you been doing?
Oh, yeah.
What did Cindy get you into?
That's right.
I'll get blamed. You can put it on me. It's okay.
You guys got to remember, my wife comes from Bakersfield. She'll stab me in my sleep if she needs to.
No, she wouldn't.
That's why I sleep with one eye open.
Listen, I don't care what you would do. I see the way she looks at you. She ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Well, that's true, but she might kick my butt prophetically somehow.
But you know, she likes me too, so
she does. She's a huge fan. She likes you two better than she likes me, I think.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Again, I see the way she looks at you. We all do, and it's just so fantastic. You guys are the perfect couple.
Oh, you're very sweet. We
are.
we do our best. We've been through a lot together, so that makes a big difference. So
here you go, Sean or Chris. Sean says, "Great way to get more subscribers. Nothing like a good butt kicking on live TV."
That's right. Everybody go subscribe to that Chris Cook in Nashville guy, because we should all give him some sympathy for the fact that his wife showed up and beat him on live TV on YouTube.
I can see it now in this corner. Actually, with their guitar, beans them over the head.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So
Yeah, but you could just put the blame on me because, like I
uh,
said, she likes me, so she ain't gonna
she
do it.
does. She does. She thinks y'all are great. So, well, I'll
But
tell you,
yes,
I'm gonna
thank
go
you for
ahead and
visiting.
yeah. Well, thanks for popping me in here randomly. That was a fun, unexpected sort of surprise to get to say hello. So
I'm
I'm gonna go.
always ready for somebody to pop in. I don't care.
I think it's great. I think it's
It's
great. So,
fun.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get set up for our Ash Wednesdays live stream, and
It
um,
starts at 7 Central,
yep, starts here in just a little under an hour. So,
so 8 o'clock our time.
yep, that's right. That's right. So we'll be over there if anybody is free after they're done watching you guys here, and we're gonna go have some fun. So we're gonna do that, and then
Oh,
everybody
let me tell
watching.
you, when you go live, I don't care if we're still on or not, everybody moves to yours.
Well, I don't know about any of that, but but yes, after
No,
after
we're not going to infringe on that because you like soared when you started your channel, and it's just like, no, I'm just this little peon down here, you know. It's-
no, I don't know about any of that, but well, I'm
but
gonna go
anyway,
set up, and we're gonna be everybody be watching for that collaboration video that Cindy and I are gonna do. We're gonna do, we're actually gonna do several videos all that same day, and we're gonna have stuff on her channel and stuff on my channel, and everybody having fun.
yes, it's going to
So
be interesting.
yeah, it'll be a good time for sure. I'm gonna have to be a sous chef in Cindy's kitchen. That's
That's
fun.
funny. In a kitchen, I don't know where anything is.
That's why you're gonna have to have a sous chef.
So, Chris, now you do this and do this and do this, and I'm gonna watch.
That's right. That's right.
Put little stickers on all the doors and all the cabinets, spoons, forks,
Yeah.
knives, sous vide,
There we go. There
pots
we
and
go.
pans.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
That's for
it'll be a
sure.
good
I'll be a
time.
nervous daggone wreck, but it'll be fun.
Nah, you'll be just fine. We'll have a good time. So,
Yeah, we
but
will.
all
But
right. Well,
anyway,
yeah.
go
Well,
set
thanks
up.
for having me on, Cindy.
Thank you for popping in.
Yeah, you guys have a good rest of your live stream. We'll talk to y'all very soon.
All right.
See you
Bye,
later.
Chris.
Bye.
Well, that was fun. That was so fun. See you soon. Everybody saying bye to Chris. Yep. Anybody ever wants to pop in, Lynn would be a good one. Nobody knows. I know what she looks like. Hello to you all from Ken and Stacy. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh,
Great random guest tonight. Who doesn't love Chris cooking Nashville? I don't know who doesn't, because that man is a flipping genius in the kitchen and just an overall super nice guy. Having been able to meet him and Ash at that show in Kentucky, down in Kentucky, it was great. The show was great. They are just every bit of what you see in their videos. Just as sweet and nice and yes, you could, Lynn. You could. Look at she's got a puke face up here. She you could do it. If I can do this, you could do it. Guaranteed. I stewed about this for months before I did it. For months.
beat her over the head. I kept telling her, just do it if you're gonna do it.
And I'm gonna put this up here so I do not forget, because I do want to thank all of you that have signed up to be members. And I truly appreciate everybody. So agree with Cindy. Yeah, Brenda was there too. I agree, Cindy. They are the real deal. And like I told him, the way she looks at him and they look at each other, it's just, you can see how much they care about each other. And it's just, you don't see that all the time. Like, you don't see that here. You just don't see that here. I'm just kidding.
I feel the mic.
20.
Pull it out.
If Lynn can get on there, then maybe I can convince Shell to get on as well. Well, anytime. I watch more live stream now than actual videos. It's easier honestly, to do the live streams in a roundabout way. Let's not get all crazy here, Sean. You can do it, Lynn, says Arden. Arden could do it too. Arden's a pretty cool guy. For those of you that don't know Arden, I don't know who in here does not. This man has traveled from Kansas to Indiana to Columbus, Ohio for different local meetups. That's not very local for this man, but he has driven there only to turn around and go back when it's over. He is just impressive and super, super nice guy. My Facebook friends are half old friends, new keto friends. Yep. Yep. That's why I started my other Facebook page to try to get the keto people over there, because I know my family gets tired of me sharing keto stuff on my regular page.
No, look
It's
at
very
it this way.
impressive.
If
Yes.
if you try something and you fail, at least you tried, you know. But it shouldn't be that hard if she can do it.
Well, you
it's
met
not that-
Lynn.
yeah, it's not that hard. I mean, she got me on it. I'm an idiot. What was I thinking?
Wow. Wow. What?
You got me to do this.
What? I think it was what Dustin said. It wasn't me. I just mentioned it. You think, nope, nope.
Nope, no, not gonna do it. Nope,
I'm
nope,
not
nope,
going to
nope.
tell us anything further than 3 hours. See, we don't. We drive 3.5 hours. We enjoy a meal with people, and then we drive 3.5 hours back home. Ready for the new keto friends. Yes. Scroll up for PSA. Most of the time, because Max is at home with nobody. And that's a long, long day. Most of the time, we'll have a neighbor come over once while we're gone and take him out. But other than that, he's here. So I post keto stuff on my page all the time because most of my friends could really benefit from it. Well, I do that too. I was doing that a lot, but you know, you can lead a horse to water. And that's all. Well, thank you so much, Kay. I really appreciate it. Only a little drive of 10 hours, Arden says. Yeah, that's a long drive, dude. That's a long drive. I'm going to tell you guys, if anybody in here does not watch Terry Leist, Leist, she is absolutely hysterical. I have watched quite a few of her videos lately and tried to really get caught up on some because it was requested by one of my subscribers, Nan, to have her on one of the live streams. She is going to be on Friday. And I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to want to miss this. I laugh so hard when I watch her. It's like, and she's really, I mean, she's lost 180 pounds, I think it is. Very impressive lady, but funny. Oh my goodness, funny right along with it. So Friday will be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I actually got my friends Rachel talking about eating healthier. She was one of the ones that commented on my interview. She is pre-diabetic. Yep. I love Terry. She's a hoot. She definitely is. I love Terry's stress. Awesome. I think she's awesome is what you meant to say. She is absolutely, absolutely amazing. Okay, I will add your name to this scrolling thing. Thank you very much, very much. Scanning her stuff. Cool. Yeah, she's pretty funny. Yeah, that's at 6:30 on Friday night. And I totally lost track. the rest of the schedule is in the other room. I still have openings for October 25th. October 5th is Evelyn and Carl. It's on a Saturday at 5 p.m. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evelyn, because I don't have my schedule here. October 4th is, oh my goodness. This is bad. I'm losing my mind. I've lost my marbles. Anyway, 25th is open. The 11th, there will not be a live stream. There will be on the 9th with Brian and I. And yeah, trying to get Jennifer Lucas to do one with me about lymphedema and lipedema. 10-5 at 5. That's us. That's right. Case, I found your channel because she mentioned your upcoming interview. I saw that. I did see that. Yes, Friday is with Terry. Friday at 6:30. Yep, she's never done a live before. And it'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. It's nuts. I watched hers this morning where she was doing her hair and makeup. She has, she cracks me up. She's funny. Anyhow, anybody have anything? Anybody else want to pop in? We've been here about an hour and 15 minutes. And I have a ribeye calling my name very soon. But I'll be there. I don't have any concerts to go to until November 15th. Going to see Ash and Chris. Awesome. You will be so glad you did. But we'll see each other before then, Sean. 3 more weeks to KPL. 3 weeks. That's it. And Karen and Therese. Yes. KPL, baby. I must sleep now. Good night, Brenda. And we're going to go to thank you, everyone that joined us. And Chris, if you're still out there, thank you for popping in. And that was a lot of fun. But everybody have a great night. And we will see you next Wednesday. I had Brian come up with the topic for this one on a fly, and he don't do that often. It's like, I'll ask him his opinion. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a guinea pig. I can't think. I just eat.
Good night, friends. And everybody, I don't know where everybody is in this world. Be safe. The storm is going to hit. And just everyone be safe. Thanks, Cindy and Brian. And thank you for joining, Karen. And everybody else, everyone, have a good night. And again, Kay, thank you so much. I'm going to add your name to my banner. And we will see a lot of you, hopefully, on Friday. Good night.
See ya. Bye.